You want to trend something? I'm pissed, okay? So go ahead, get it out there. If you would bear with me for a minute, I think we need to have a perspective about things. I think everybody needs to get a grip. You know, media, Heat, players, organization, you know, all of our fans. You got to get a grip on greatness and on teams. And I've been here, you know, for 45 years in the NBA, and I've witnessed dynasties. I've witnessed great teams. You know, the 80s Lakers, 5 championships in 12 years. So what does that mean? 7 times they didn't win. They didn't run. They didn't win. You got to deal with it. You got to come back. Celtics were supposed to be a great team in the 80s. 12 years together, 3 wins, 9 losses. Chicago Bulls from 86 to, I think 87 to 98, 11 times. In 11 years, they won 6 titles. That's 5 times that, you know, Michael, Scotty, and Horace Grant lost. The Lakers from, I think, 96 with Shaq and Kobe to today, it's like, you know, 14 or 15 years. They won 5. That means they lost 12 times. The Spurs in 17 years, you know, won 5 titles. So you add it up. What's the math there? You know, they lost 12 times. This stuff is hard. And you got to stay together if you got the guts, and you don't find the first door and run out of it if you have an opportunity. This is 4 years now into this era, this team. 4 finals. It's only been done 3 other times before. And 2 championships. From day one to the end, it was like a Broadway show. You know, it sort of ran out of steam. And we need to retool. We don't need to rebuild. We need to retool. And that's what we're going to do. I've been a leader and a decision maker. And that's my level of expertise. And I'll do everything I can to retool the team. But everybody, just get a grip. This has been a great run. And it ended up, you know, like most losses ended up. You know, I know what it is to win. We've watched it. The confetti drops. Everybody hugs each other, kisses each other. You know, Mandarin embraces, I love you, hey bro, this is how it's gonna be. They punch each other, they say, I told you it was gonna be like this is how it's gonna be. And, you know, we're best friends, you know, off the court, even better friends off the court than we're players on the court. And it's true. That's what creates a forever bond. But what really cements a forever bond is going through what we went through this year and staying the course. So I've been through that experience. And I know other teams have been through it. We have a chance to do something significant, but losing is just as much a part of it as winning is. And when you're a team, you deal with it. No, there was no hugging, and there was no high-fiving. And, you know, there's just looking around the room now and finding out who's going to stand up. And this is time that you go home and take care of yourself and look at yourself. And what are you going to do to come back and make the team better? Because we have a tremendous opportunity here for long-term success. But don't think we're not going to get beat again. So just get a grip, everybody. That's my message. It's my message to the players also.
Have you shared that?
Hello everyone, we are here to discuss the Miami Heat's offseason, or the things that they should do this upcoming offseason. Because even though this team made it to the NBA Finals, this team was already a train wreck in motion. Yes. as far as salary cap, as far as personnel, as far as D-Wade, quite a few problems that they have. Did you know that Dwayne Wade played 1,300 less minutes than LeBron James?
Yeah.
Chris Bosh played 400 minutes less than LeBron James throughout the entire season.
How many minutes did Dwayne Wade's knees play?
7.
Okay. That makes sense.
Probably 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Anyway, yeah, it was horrible. When I look at this team, first of all, everyone is talking about this free agent class that's coming up. These guys have to opt out first off. If they opt out, then Miami will be a major player. If they all opt in, I do think this team can still be a good team and possibly make the finals again because of the weak Eastern Conference and because of their mental grasp that they have over the Indiana Pacers.
Right.
So, but they need to improve, and the only way they can do that, the big three have to opt out.
Absolutely, and especially when you look at Dwayne Wade, who would be your first person to look at, I don't see him opting out. He knows he's not going to get that level contract again. Right now, he's going to make $20 million this season, at 20.16 if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to opt out of that contract. He's going to want that money. I think the only way he even considers opting out to re-sign is if LeBron gives him some guarantee that they can make something work as far as the offseason. But he's not opting out, and Chris Bosh has already said that he's not opting out.
He did say that.
That's what he said.
I do remember him saying that he was coming back. I didn't know if he was saying that he was opting out or not.
He said he was coming back while the finals was going on. After that butt whooping that the Spurs put on him, I wouldn't be surprised if he's considering something else.
Well, what would be really cool if these guys did opt out and they were able to all re-sign at a lesser rate and maybe bring in some new life into that team because they need it. Because when you put in the type of miles that they put in over these past 4 years, it's going to be a problem. I mean, your body can only do so much.
Well, absolutely, but when you look at the free agency class, the free agency class is not as packed as people may think.
Correct.
When you look at Carmelo Anthony, who may opt out, and I think he will, he would only fit with this team if you remove Chris Bosh from the system. Even if you remove Chris Bosh, you still have a problem with post presence. Even though I like Anthony's post offense, you still have a problem with post defense. And let's be honest, you're one series away from Roy Hibbert figuring everything out to getting blown out. So I think they have to reconsider some different things. You can't go after Greg Monroe because he's a restricted free agent. It's going to cost too much money to pry him away from Detroit.
Well, one thing I think they definitely should do is maybe let Chalmers walk.
Maybe.
Well, definitely let Chalmers walk. I was trying to be nice for the camera. I would let Chalmers walk. I would have a long conversation with D-Wade. You're at a point in time where you need to play some point guard.
Yeah, absolutely.
You need to play point guard. I don't know who the person is, but Miami needs a wing that can open up the floor for LeBron. And they also need a defensive presence down low and someone that can score high percentage shots down low. That will more than likely be somebody in the ilk of Greg Monroe, but it's not going to be Greg Monroe unless Miami pull a coup some kind of way. I do not count out Pat Riley. Ever.
Of course.
Because nobody thought he was going to do this. But he did.
Right. So when I look at the things, some suggestions I would have for the Miami Heat is, if you're going to bring back your big three, which will give you a really good shot at making the finals.
Correct.
I think they have to add some lower level, high quality pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Look at someone who was just overpaid, like Chris Humphries. He would be excellent for that team.
He would be perfect for that team.
You look at the point guard position, you might have to go with a DJ Augustine.
Oh, wow. That would be a really good one.
Or, you're going to have to replace some shooters because Ray Allen is molding retirement and Rashard Lewis is Rashard Lewis. You might have to replace him with like a Jody Meeks. What, you like Rashard Lewis, 6'10", can't rebound, that started in the finals?
I like Rashard Lewis on this team in a reserve role.
He got a dog by a man named Boris.
In a reserve role. I like him.
Yeah.
They counted on him too much
Yeah.
in the final.
But I will say this: they do have someone on the books, Michael Beasley, who I say, look, if you are saying what I think you guys are saying, that
Right.
he's grooming to become a serviceable player, that's points off the bench that you need.
Right.
So keep him there. I mean, I don't like Michael Beasley anymore. I just don't think he has it.
I never liked Michael Beasley. I was telling everybody that colleges suck. You go against, I don't know, University and get 25 points and 17 rebounds and 7 assists. Then you go against Connecticut. You have 7 points, 6 rebounds, 5 fouls, no assists, and an attitude problem. And you get pulled out the game.
I just have a problem. Look, one of the main things is, you know what? You've said this before. Chris Bosh has an issue. He likes to play small forward. We need him to play power forward. You know what? Chris Bosh, what we need for you to do, since you have an infatuation with other holes, how about you play in the hole for your team? Play some post. Figure it out, because you did it in Toronto and you did it at Georgia Tech. You need to figure it out. He doesn't like to play around holes? Am I confused?
I don't know what that man do in his personal life.
Just watch face.
Hey, KD. I have nothing to say about that man. I can't say nothing about that man.
Chris Bosh face.
What did you gonna do that?
Listen, that's just a tip of the iceberg of what Miami Heat could do right now.
Just the tip, Chris.
Listen, leave your comments below. Subscribe to our YouTube page first, right below. And also go to our Twitter at the number 4 HF Advantage. Visit us on Facebook for Home Field Advantage Sports Talk, for Home Field Advantage Trash Talk. You know our motto: our home, our field, your advantage. Chris Bosh.